Oh, hello there. This is Lisa Swank, and I'm coming to you with a little tutorial on lists. That's our theme for this month, and I think our challenge is vibrant, I think. But I want to talk a little bit about lists. And you know, half the time I'll write a grocery list and end up walking out of the house without it. So unless I put it in my book as I'm or in my pocketbook as I'm writing it, I will forget it. And even then, sometimes I don't put it back in my pocketbook, and I have to shop off of memory. But to get, you know, there's all kinds of lists. All kinds. You know, we have our prompt list, or our theme. We call it a theme for the month. And, you know, you could find a list of our tutorial videos in the files in our group, My Creative Year. And if you would all like to join, whoever's watching this, we have an interesting year this year, and if you're looking for a free art group on Facebook to join to get some ideas or follow along with the prompts, we have daily words that come out that is supposed to prompt you to sketch whatever your interpretation of that word is. But to get back to the list, you know, for years I've been using this battered up little blue book. I should switch it over, but you know, this has got some important stuff in there, you know, like my passwords, screen names, what have you, so don't forget them. And I've learned that I've had to date whenever I change a password or join a new group or something. So that's what that's for, and it's just, maybe I can find a blank page. You know, it's just, and I could rip out pages if I want to. It's just a little notebook that fits into my purse. And then of course, you know, a favorite is sticky notes, especially if you have to stick them on the door before you walk out. So you remember your list. And then there's just little mini notebooks, and I picked this one up just recently to do, you know, I'm helping my mom right now, so I do all her errands. So one side is usually for the things that she needs, and the other side is, you know, stuff that I need or want or think that I need. And then, you know, normally this is what my lists look like. I stick them in my pocket, and hopefully it's there when I get to the store. You know, it's just you know, I carried this little, this isn't a sticky note, it's just a little tablet that's in my purse. And then since I'm here helping my mom, when I go back home, I always kind of make a list of things that I need to pick up or do at home before I leave. And so that's how I do that. And then, you know, this is our daily list of words is put in the files in the group. If you go to the little at the top of the screen, and it somewhere there'll be where you can click on the word file, and it'll take you to all kinds of lists. But this is on the Daily Word, and I need to print out another one because we are already in the month of April, and I just want to cover up somebody's name here on this next list. So I don't show it. Excuse me. We have done DNA tests this past Christmas. That was Christmas gifts for everybody, and little known fact, I never knew my dad, and this is one of my most important lists right now that I'm intrigued with, because I think I found my dad. I don't think he's living anymore, but I did find him, and I think I found a bunch of half siblings also. It's a little overwhelming for me, but it's also very exciting at the same time. You know, to think that you have some brothers and sisters out there that you never met, and I have a lot of them. So this has been very important to me, my family list, and that goes along with trying to get my family tree done, but I need some that has some more generations to it, because I've gone out several generations, but it's been totally awesome. And you know, one day I hope to meet my half siblings that I don't know yet. I think there's about 6 girls and 6 boys. So that makes 8 brothers that I have, because I was raised with 2, and 6 sisters. Could you imagine? Oh my goodness. I'm 55 years old and I'm just finding this out. So it is a little overwhelming. But to get back to the list, you know, I went on Pinterest because I have this idea to do a quote book. So I'm making up or printing out quotes, which I will put into the book. But the other thing that I discovered about lists is, oh my gosh, there are all kinds. This is, you know, I printed it off of Pinterest, and you know, it's places that I want to go. You know, you don't necessarily have to use these, because this was this person's example that they posted on Pinterest, as all these are, that I'm going to be showing you. But let's see, let's do this one. How about a list to start doing more often? You know, your likes, your dislikes. This one is kind of intriguing because I have a lot of interests, but I tend to put them on the back burner. Either I have nobody to go with, or somebody doesn't want me to go, or something. But I'm going to change that up a little bit. So these lists are fun to do. Oh, and here's things that suck. You could do a list on that. Here's an example of somebody doing a bucket list. My daughter has jumped out of an airplane. That's something that I have no desire to do, but I admire her for doing that. List of gratitude. I mean, you could list your things that you're thankful for, you know, your gratitude. And what else? Here is a playlist, and this person has kind of done a music theme playlist. But why couldn't you do that for your own play? You know, my playlist this month is I want to go fishing, or I want to go for a hike in the woods, or I want to go to a movie. Whatever your playlist is, you can write, and this is just a creative way of doing it. And what's this one? Oh, wish list. I have one of these on Amazon, and then I have my shopping list, my shopping cart. But I do have a wish list there. And this person has divided it in half to things that they need and things that they want. How cool is that? A list to lift your mood. You know, this is a checklist of, and you don't have to do it as a checklist. You do it any way you want to, but I just thought some of these were kind of creative. And, you know, this person, put simple pleasures in life. Favorite 5-minute activity. You know, list of compliments, favorite songs, favorite food and drink, motivational quotes, which is kind of what I'm going to be doing with this quote book. Things that I'm mostly thankful for. Daily affirmations, a list of jokes, funny doodles, favorite flowers. I really like birds. I'm an amateur birder, and flowers. I like the wildflowers in the trees, and so I have tree books and wildflower books and bird books and all kinds of books like that. And let's see, what's the next one? Set up monthly goal. And you don't have to stop there either. Make a list of your yearly goal, month by month. And, you know, that's a great list. My self-care. This one is pretty close to me. And I think I'm going to do this one myself because this is something that I have put off for a very long time. And part of that is getting myself back into doing things that I like to do. Going to the doctors, getting myself to the dentist, taking a hot soak in a tub. I don't have one right now to soak in, but you know, just to take self-care. You know that saying that you can't serve anybody if your cup is empty, and if you're empty, you can't really help anybody else. This is another big one that I want to do, is my personal history, which will include my family findings that I have found. as time goes on, but a personal history of my life from me being a little kid to what's going on now in my life. This is, and you can find these on Pinterest. There is how long the list is. There's 50 of them, but I didn't think that you could really see it, so I copied out a bigger picture of just half of it. 50 ways to spend time alone. You know, this goes back to doing things that you enjoy doing, and I'm currently in divorce proceedings, which is really quite sad after 38 years. This year would have been our 39th year, and it's something that I never thought I would be doing because I love this man so much. But what's best for me is probably not to be married anymore. So that's all I'm going to say about that. And okay, now here's a different way of doing it, and that's why I printed these out. You know, this is more my style of doing something, so I wanted to share. This is not me. This is somebody that uploaded to Pinterest from Instagram. And you know what I love about myself, you know, and it's very simple. Be totally honest. You know, I like that I like me. I really do. I like who I am as a person. Of course, there's always improvement somewhere in one's life, but basically I like who I am. The little things that you love, the little things that mean a lot to you. It could just be, you know, your irises coming up in the spring, watching a bird feeding their babies, just, it's the little things that make you feel kind of warm and fuzzy inside. Things that made me smile, maybe just for the day, maybe for the week. You know, it's just, how cool is that? And then you can kind of color in your little doodles, and it would make a great little book to read back on. Whoops, I printed 2 of those out. Oh, no. Yeah, I did. I think there's 2. Yeah. Words that touch my soul. Kind of goes back to my quote book that I'm going to be doing. And then somehow I printed 2 of those. Things that I will never. I thought that was pretty good too. And there's a lot of things that I could be putting down on a list like this. I will never put up with somebody disrespecting me, bullying me, dominating me. I will never put up with those things, and that's the type of thing that would be going down on my list. I don't know what would be going down on your list, but I would never jump out of an airplane either, so that would go on there. I want to, you know, things that you want to do. Maybe it's just talking to somebody that you haven't talked to in a while, or what have you. And things to improve. There's always things that we can improve. Places I want to go, you know, and you just Write down things that you want to do that month, the year, in your life. 10 facts about me. Kind of goes back to your own story or history. And my dream home. This is one of the dreams that I thought, I don't know how I'm going to make it happen, but I'm going to make it happen somehow. I gave up on that a while back. Okay, so, you know, a lot of people get these little free planters in the mail, you know. Got a list for numbers and birthdays, list for holidays, and you know, you can be creative with this. Chelsea is using one of these, I think, when she does her vlog. And then here is a list of prompts to use in your art. This is a great list. I need to finish my pick a stick. Was through Cindy's group. And then this is a list that goes along with our teacher's schedule for my creative year. I got something. No, I think my dog stepped on it with muddy feet. That's it. Could see the paw print. And you know, here's a list of a quote, but it's in a list form. I think I'm going to put this in my quote book because I just love it. Maybe take out the word this April, but yeah, I'm going to put it in my quote book. And what's down here? Oh, well, I think I'm just about done with the list and my idea of doing a list. And how are we doing on time? Well, I'll close for now. Maybe I'll post a picture because I have a plan to do with one of these quotes to go on my, or one of these lists to go on my the front of my quote book, and I am going to make it as vibrant as I can. Okay, until next time, thank you. Bye now.